Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. A very good afternoon to everyone. Today I will be presenting on a topic of my presentation in this conference. I'll be presenting on a topic called Harmonizing Institutional Services on Student Satisfaction in Higher Institution of Learning. Today, inshallah, we're going to look at the presentation of this, topic to explain what is the the role of institutional services on student satisfaction. Are students satisfied with the services rendered by the institution? So this is what this paper is trying to investigate. The table of contents of this paper is I'm going to look at the introduction, the research objectives, the research questions, literature review, and also methodology, result, and also conclusion. So this is the table of contents. Looking at the introduction, of course, we have understood that the services is being rendered to students in the institutions of learning. Different types of services, the buses services, educational services, infrastructure of services, even motivation is included, intrinsic motivation, and also the extrinsic motivation that's been rendered to a student, for example. So this introduction is trying to look at those services rendered to students. Are they satisfied with these services? Although it may be general opinion, there are a lot of students that have all agreed upon that the service being provided by the institutions they learn in, it's comfortable. Let us look what is the objective of this research. The objectives of this research, we have three main objectives. The one is to determine the level of student satisfaction among fourth-year students. Okay. The second one is to examine the institutional services influencing on student satisfaction. Is the institutional services, is it influencing the student or not? The fourth one, the third one, it is the determining the best predictor among the institutional services towards the student satisfaction. So the research objective is looking at three main aim in this research. And then the research questions is we have three research questions. The first one is, what is the current level of student satisfaction among fourth-year students? And the second research question is, are there any differences among the institutional services of each on the effect on student satisfaction? The last one, but not least, the third one, which is the institutional services best predictor towards student satisfaction. In this research, we have five variables that have been involved, or five independent variables that have been involved. The first one, it is the tangibility variable that it's a corporal possessions in the institution of higher learning as a source of service rendered by the administration. So these are some of the physical attributes or services that are being given to the institution, rendered to students. The second one is the reliability. Actually, the reliability being that the idea behind student satisfaction towards what the institution has been given to them. Is it reliable or not reliable? The next one, it is the responsiveness. It's the act of rendered by the institution to maintain the openness of the institution towards their students. If they are very open towards what they are rendering to them, and looking at the student satisfaction towards that. And the next one, it is the assurance. Institutions of higher learning have pledge of acquiring safety for students. Of course, this one of the mission and the vision of the university mission, which is the close one, that they tend to have providing assurance method, looking at health insurance, for example, ensuring them that they are going to finish within a limited frame time. That's very, very important. Okay. The next variable that we have looked into is the empathy. The empathy is suggested to have influence on student satisfaction because it is the ability to share institutional feelings combined with the students. So looking at this empathy and their feelings, how they live, that's how we have like counseling units in the universities, which is very, very important. Looking at this, we have the first one, which is the student satisfaction. So all this tangible reliability, assurance, responsiveness, and empathy, we regress them towards student satisfaction. So the concept of student satisfaction is debated among scholars. Students really satisfied with their institutions or they are just going to the institutions to just feel like they're among the institution and just to pass. So this is why this research is being conducted to see, are these variables still valid because of the literature gap that we have gotten. Okay, now we move on to the methodology. The method that was being used in this research, it is the method of survey, meaning that consisted questions in the instrument and items are being given to fourth year student. And fourth year student, why fourth year student? Because fourth year student, they tend to be more, they have that all what it takes to have that satisfaction or dissatisfaction towards their institutions. So that's why we have conducted this research on them. Looking at the result from this, the first research question is to understand the level of satisfaction towards all these variables that we have mentioned in the literature review. It is found that in the, of course, in the Islamic University, in the Islamic Science University, OSIM, that all students believe that these they are satisfied with all what the university is providing. That's why you can see the means of all means is being calculated towards the scale, which we find 4.6, 4.46, and that is very, very high mean. Looking at 5 scale. So from 5, you can find out that students are very, very satisfied with what the university has been provided for them. And then we move on to the next question. We're looking at the hypothesis. Okay, the first hypothesis is the tangible one. That one is not related to what students have felt, but in general, looking at the level, students are satisfied. But in terms of tangible things, the hypothesis was rejected, which there is a significant relationship between it, meaning that it's rejected that there is. Meaning that they are not satisfied with those tangible things. But looking at the second one, which is reliability, they said, yeah, what is being rendered by the university is reliable. That's why the hypothesis is accepted. And the next one, it is the responsive, that did it, yes. Responsive towards the response, it is being rejected because the response of the university, they don't know, and they are not satisfied with that. The next one, it is the assurance. They are satisfied with the assurance and it's acceptable. And also the empathy, it is accepted by the students. So they believe that, okay, all what is being given by the university is accepted. And with that, we have the answered the first and the second question. Okay, looking at all these the variables, all the variables are contributing factors towards towards student satisfaction. However, the least influence on student performance, it is the tangible and also the responsiveness of the universities, the least one that is predicting that satisfaction of students, which we have found the highest one, it is the empathy. Actually, the highest one is the empathy that influences the student satisfaction of the university. So this research concluded that all these in general, the variables, students are satisfied with it, but more specifically tangible and responsiveness, they are not satisfied with that. So with this, I've concluded my presentation. Thank you very much for listening, and hopefully see you again. Thank you very much.